Las Vegas. It's the realm of magic. A long way, you'd think, from the world of neuroscience. So what happens when these two universes collide?
We realized that we really needed to talk to these magicians in order to steal their techniques and take it back to the lab and use them for evil. No, good.
Well, I hope you've got your eyes peeled and your wits about you, because what you're about to see will change the way you view the world. Welcome to the Magic Lab.
We begin our story with a magical tour.
One piece.
And a visit to comedic master magician Mac King.
It's a piece of rope, 2 ends, 1 center, and that's the rope trick.
I have no idea how he did that.
Before we reveal some of Mac's secrets and how he came to be mixed up with scientists, there's another master I've arranged to meet.
Now, apparently this guy's a professional thief, so I better be careful.
Frosty, did you see where I went?
Apollo Robbins specialises in the obscure branch of magic that is pickpocketing.
Hold on to that for a second. This looks a lot like your room, doesn't it?
He has an almost supernatural sense of when to make his move, known in the trade as grift sense.
Those are yours too,
That's
sir.
amazing.
Your watch doesn't come off very well because it's a plastic diver's watch. Close your hand very tight like this. But you used to be wearing a gold necklace.
Yes?
By retention, it feels like it's still there, doesn't it?
Of course it's still there.
Would you like to double check?
Which hand?
Use this hand.
Yes.
Yes? Because it was fastened in the back how?
By a clasp.
By a clasp.
Yes.
So you've watched me do some stealing here while we've been playing with everybody else. But at the same time, it's sometimes harder to reveal things if you're not thinking about them, isn't it?
He got me. And I was looking for that.
I know you were. I had to wait for the right time. That's for you. Thank you.
Some grift sense. I never felt a thing.
A little bit.
So there they were, Apollo and Mac, busy applying their hard-earned magical skills.
Oh, that's a joke.
When out of the blue in 2007 comes a call from a mysterious pair of scientists I'm off to meet now. This is Phoenix, Arizona, home of the Laboratory of Illusions. Hi guys. Here, neurobiologists study how our brain and visual system interact to make us see.
The world is real, but our perception of the world, everything that we've ever interacted with in the world, is in fact an illusion. This grand simulation that's run by this amazing device called your brain.
Don't believe them? Well, try this. But brace yourself, because this is weirder than a trip to Hogwarts. Imagine you're looking along a horizon, say from that peak to that peak. Your eyes move smoothly along it, right? Are you sure?
In fact, you can only move your eyes smoothly when you're actually tracking something that's actually moving smoothly. So I can follow my thumb like this and track it. But if I have my 2 thumbs like this and I try to just move my eyes smoothly between them, I can't do it. I make these jumps called saccades.
State-of-the-art eye trackers confirm this disconcerting truth. But it gets worse. But if my eyes are jumping, how come the world doesn't jump?
Because when your brain intentionally makes a saccade, it actually suppresses the visual system, and that allows you to feel stability while your eyes move. When you make saccades, which is about 20% of the time, you're blind.
No way.
That's right.
This news stunned me. So I tried a simple test they recommended. Now, you can try this for yourself at home after Catalyst has finished, of course. Find a mirror and look from your left eye to your right eye and back. You never see your eyes move. You can see my eyes moving, but I can't. It's these startling gaps in our awareness that the scientists seek to unravel how our brain simulates the world. But then they realised they weren't the only ones.
Magicians have been searching these out for a long time in order to apply them frivolously to bamboozlement and entertainment.
Now open your hand.
Perhaps magicians could open up a whole new line of research. And so it was that the scientists came to Vegas and met with Apollo, whose grift sense had come up with something intriguing.
That's sort of strange. I found that when I came out of someone's pocket in a half circle like this, they would chase this hand. It was almost like their eyes were watching a string, like a cat does. They had less of an interest in this hand. But if I went this way, their attention would snap back real quick, and they'd catch what I was doing with my hand. So after getting caught a few times, I evolved into the idea of how to manipulate that and use that to my advantage. So for me with stealing, I want more of a delay as long as I can, just by this.
This was really exciting for us because what he was saying was not only are people blind during saccades, but that their attention is low during saccades, which isn't known. And that during pursuit eye movements, not only do you follow the curve, but your attention is stuck in a rut following the curve as well during these eye movements, which also wasn't known. And these things are very important to understanding how we see.
They'd stolen their first idea to take back to the lab. With Apollo's enthusiastic support, of course. Well, I'm about to be their very first guinea pig.
Ready? So just observe the tricks normally while we track your eye movement. That's it.
24 hours of frantic calculation later, their pilot yields its first result.
So let's take a look. The yellow dot is your eye position, and when he produced the curved motion, your eyes chased the motion trajectory, just as Apollo had predicted. And what's interesting as well is that after you pursued with your eyes the curved motion, you went right to his face. You didn't go back to the original hand, which is still holding the coin.
Yeah.
So you have kind of forgotten that the original hand is still involved in the maneuver.
Right. Whereas on the straight move, my eyes did indeed snap back and forth. So it sounds like Apollo's grift sense was spot on. It's a great start to the flow of ideas, but could they flow the other way? Time to drop back in on Matt King.
It's such a simple trick. I mean, all it is just one coin that disappears before your very eyes. Sometimes you can see it disappear in midair.
So this is an effect of inferred motion. In fact, the coin never left his hand. Nothing actually flew through the air at all, even though you see it. And so this is a very powerful effect. We realized that because we see motion better in the periphery of our vision, that it would be even stronger if people were looking away. And he changed the trick right there.
Right before I toss the coin, I look up and draw people's attention to my face. So they see the coin in their peripheral vision, which seems to enhance the magic. Thank you.
Which brings us to our final trick, and one of the fundamental laws of magic.
I'll show you what I got. Oh, that's a Fig Newton. Fig Newton. How about my shoes? You could have my shoes. These are Rockport shoes. You know how you can tell you got real Rockport shoes? No, they got these big rocks in them.
The truth is, it's not just the flaws in our vision that are being exploited, but in our brains. Want to know how he did it?
So my right hand and my left hand apparently are just pulling up my pant leg to give me easier access to my shoe. But my right hand is actually taking a rock out of my pocket. My left hand is grabbing the shoe, so I shake and let this Fig Newton roll off the side. And everybody watches that.
Yeah.
That's the misdirection. I direct attention to that Fig Newton. I look down, and the rock just gets shoved into the shoe. When I'm ready, it appears in the shoe.
That's amazing, isn't it? That no one sees this.
I think it's, I mean, every time
object.
the first number of times I did it, I'm like, there's no chance. But turns out it works.
And that's the most extraordinary thing about these master magicians. They can do something right in front of you and you never see it.
Magicians have long realized that attention has this aspect to it, that you have this spotlight of attention, you have this spotlight of vision, and the two spotlights don't have to be in the same position. And it's really a very exciting time because we're really starting to tease apart how exactly the circuits of the brain accomplish this amazing feat of attention.
It's very early days for the Magic Lab, but they're sure eventually to unleash some powerful forces.
We've just scratched the surface. We're not going to see an end to the neuromagic collaboration in our lifetime, I think.
It's like the future.